Ciao Tony, benvenuto Tony, benvenuto a Tijuana Synth-Con 2022, bienvenido a Tijuana Synth-Con 2022. Tenemos aquí el
Welcome.
amigo y compa Tony Offlabel y los compas que apoyan atrás del crew
Offlabel
de
crew.
Tony, de Offlabel Crew.
Yeah.
Y nada, estamos aquí hablando en esta reunión anual sobre sintetizador y universo de música electrónica. Te queríamos hacer unas preguntas como invitado muy especial. Y pues nada, aquí está Héctor, el fundador de Resonancia Sound Lab. Te dejo en sus manos para que él te haga sus preguntas y nos enseñes todo lo que hay que nos pueda decir. Ti lascio in mano ad Héctor e avanti con l'intervista.
Thank you.
So hi Tony, and thank you for joining us in this Tijuana Synth-Con 2022. And well, let's get started if you're okay with that.
Yeah. Everything
Okay.
good?
First, can you please tell us a little bit about your background, your experience? What can you tell us about yourself?
Sure. So my name is Tony Vallini. I'm 43 years old, and I'm based in Pisa, here in Italy. And I started to play DJ in 1997, and a club here close to my home. There was a contest, and I won the contest, and I earned my first place at the DJ booth at the age of 17. And yes, since that date, and I played in many Italian clubs, and I mean about techno music with turntables in the classic way of DJ in my beginning, and then clubs. And then one day in 2007, and my best friend Nicola, that Ale knows about himself, Nicola, the founder of the Offlabel crew, together with me. And Nicola told me, so Tony came out of the club, come with me to this kind of parties, go trance, Psytrance. So try the party. And so, okay, Nicola, I trust you, I come. And then I met the Pystrance in the 2007 at Franco Falsini's event, Orbital Tribe here in Italy is a very big one.
Cool.
For us, is the godfather of everybody here for the Pystrance scene.
Sure.
And yes, I met the Pystrance, but I continued to play DJ in the club. So then in 2011, I decided to move completely from the techno club to the Pystrance and begin to produce my own sound, my own records. And then that's it. To nowadays, my project is called Offlabel and is signed under Blacklite Records. And Blacklite Records is my label, my based label, and it's based here in Italy. And since many years ago, I used to organize parties here with my crew, the Offlabel crew. So here we have Sirio and my friend Loris. They are DJs of my crew, and together we manage and organize things about parties. And yes, that's it. I think I told everything about me. Yeah.
Great, thank you very much. And can you please explain us a little bit about your setup that you use, or the one that you have? I don't know, which one do you like to share with us?
Yeah, basically I'm a DJ producer. I produce my own sound here in my studio, as many guys today do. and I have my computer. I have the Virus TI, some plugins, and here on my desk I have a magic instrument that I want to show you. And basically I like to record sources and then post-processing and re-editing of the sound, because when you recorded the sound is not the ending of the process, but I think it's a new beginning, because you know you have the sample and you can do anything with everything. You can do everything with the sample. And so that's it. I like to experiment so much with recording stuff and then re-edit later in a creative way. And so yes, here we have a particular instrument. So Loris, please help me to show better what I have here on the desk. So basically this is a metal box and is a prototype.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Electrical.
Thank you. And yes, so okay. And this is a prototype. I'm the only one in the world to have this one, because my friend Alessandro from Azam Belts built instruments, very particular instruments, I think for atmospheres or kind of horror soundtrack for films, for movies. And this one is built for the prototype and never went into the production. And I open, and there's a metal gear. So here inside, I bring the pen. So here inside we have 3 mini boxes, and the fourth one is for the circuit, the electronic circuit. So we have 1, 2, and 3 guitar pickups. Okay, there are contact microphones basically, and each one is buzzed together on the audio output, that is a mono output. And so the magic happens because here we have 3 rotary potentiometers that controls 3 little motors that comes from the vibration of the smartphones. So when your smartphone so basically there is a motor inside. So these ones, this is free. These ones, and here we have one free. This one. So these ones had the motors that and they generate a sine, basically. Those ones are 3 free oscillators, free from any algorithm, free from calculation. So you have to only push on the rotor, and you can adjust the vibration. So the magic happens when you go in the post-processing and you go into effects, because this one is no how can I say that, is monotone. Is monotone, and this is not a precise tone. Is okay. Those one are motors. So at the moment, I'm bringing the signal from the output of the box, and I'm going into my converter, and I can show you what can do this machine in live. So I bring my headphones, and let's try to show something about it. So you hear, at the moment, you hear the noise of the first motor. This is the second one. And this is the third one. So you can mix. So this is the pure the pure
Tony,
signal.
puoi alzare un po' il volume? Puoi alzare un po' il volume perché quasi non si sente.
Yeah,
La tua voce si sente bene, il rumore.
You hear something? So let's try to do better. Maybe I can switch on some effects.
Ok. Ti aiuto?
Sì, no,
ok. Sì.
Senti qualcosa? Do you hear something?
No. Wait. Just a moment. In realtà no. Aspetta, proviamo
Nothing.
a mettere un attimo un'altra. Ok, a ver si mientras puedes poner otro sonido y puoi mettere un altro suono, penso anche quello del virus. Intanto. Sì. Per fare una prova.
You hear something?
No. Si sente la tua voce, però il suono no. Si sente.
Meglio.
Vai, si sente. Si sente, sì. Sì, vai. Ok.
Yeah. What's the problem? I didn't know. Here everything is like before.
Ok.
You hear something?
Sì. Yes.
So basically, I'm bringing the signal from the box, and then going to the into the input of the converter, and I'm using some effects on the source. So now I have only the shimmer verb, and I can bring something creative.
Tony, si sente la tua voce bene, si sente il virus, però il tuo apparato si sente pochissimo.
Okay, I can bring up.
You know what? I think it's the Zoom filter. It might be filtering the audio because I think it's kind of a background noise, probably. That's what I'm guessing.
I don't know. I don't know because here in my studio I hear perfectly you, and I have the signal out on the mixer. I don't know, and in my headphones also I have a good signal.
Yeah.
You hear something? Yes.
Sì.
We hear something, yeah, but I think Zoom is doing some kind of weird filtering with the sound because we hear like it comes and goes a little bit.
I don't know.
So I think it's probably Zoom.
It's amazing instrument.
Maybe.
It is. It sounds really cool.
Maybe, yeah, it's a very creative instrument because you can generate many kind of sounds because of the post-processing, you know. And how you mix the rotary here also have a good impact on the sound, because if you trim a bit here, a bit there, and then you have the reverb, or you have a chain of effects. Also, you can go for a very creative sound. And what's the important for me at the moment, because we are in the era of the calculation, the mathematics. So we have here we are free from algorithms, and free from any kind of calculation. So here we have a electronic circuit and motors, and they are not synced motors, and it's impossible to repeat a sound like you did 2 days ago or 1 day ago. It's impossible. Yeah. It's a random oscillator.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's a basic oscillator. Actually, it's pretty amazing what it can do.
Yeah. Maybe I can't show all the things that can do, because we have no time. But I showed you how is it made, and is it built, and it's very creative. And if somebody is watching us, can try to build something like this, and it's very creative. So do it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. I'm very happy for that. I use not in all my production, but when I have to go in a creative way, so I usually take this.
That should sound amazing on a big sound, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for that. And well, the other thing that we would like to know, if you can share with us about the style that you make, the style of music that you make, and what would be the piece of gear that you wouldn't live without? What would be your go-to synth every time?
So I used to make Psytrance music, my own, and I have to name I think the legendary Virus TI, or Virus Access Virus. I have to name that, because is a legendary one, because since the beginning of the Pystrance, the first versions of the Virus was into the tracks since the beginning of the scene, because the first one, the first version was built in 1997, and then 2 years later, I remember that was out the A, and then the B, Virus B, and Virus C. And then in 2005, the first version of the TI, that is a total integration, because the plugin started to manage the machine by the USB cable. And then the latest version in 2009, the TI2, that I have the TI2 here, the polar one, the white one. And I can show you something about the Virus, because as I told before, since the beginning is used in the Psytrance, in my genre of music, in the Psytrance music. Now is an outdated machine, because it doesn't work with the latest OS X systems, Mac system, I mean. And you can do this kind of things with the VSTs nowadays. But this machine comes from 15 years ago. So in these times, we need everybody power of the CPUs, because we have lower CPUs, and we was searching for power everywhere. So this kind of machine has the power in the DSPs, and you manage via the VST, but the power is inside the machine, and you can save your CPUs basically. and that's it. The Virus TI was had a big success into the entire electronic music scene, and I think also into the pop music, because can do very open range of sounds. So I want to try to show you something like the beginning of the Psytrance, and I show you something like that, and then I can make from scratch another sound more modern, and then I can show a bit of range of the Virus TI. So I can share my screen if you like, and I can show better what I'm doing. And so at the moment we have the pure saw. I'm sharing the screen. So you have the screen, yes?
Yes, we're watching it. Yeah.
Okay. So basically I go to the oscillator and I take only the oscillator one, because in this case I need only one. I go to the LFO and I take the LFO and I make the default connection to the pitch of the oscillator one. So, okay. Then I go to the filter and, and I modulate with the same LFO, the filter, cutoff, I mean, but in the opposite way. Okay. And I go to the filter, a bit of resonance, and here I have to put the band pass. So this is basically one of the first sound created in the Psytrance, and I can show you better with the arpeggiator, and I run the steps. So in the early Psytrance, I mean 15 or 17 years ago, there was many kind of sound like this. So basically it's very faster, because you have by default mode a lot of connection here on the LFO, and for the era it was a very advanced machine, this one, because in very less time allow you to achieve something like something like strong sound without not much process on that. So another famous part of the Virus TI is the distortion, used in this case for color, and you can drive a bit and a little bit of boost. Sorry. So at the moment I don't have a kick and bass to show you, but that's basically one of the first sounds. So if I start to a new patch, here we have the rough. So I go to the oscillator, but I go into the format complex and I select one of these default waves. So let's try this. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So here the machine in the format complex mode allow me to do many things more than before. And I go here. And I can do this immediately. So let's try to modulate this with sample and hold in 16. And let's try to achieve one of the modern sound that we can do in the Psytrance. So I go here and I go to the matrix and I say that LFO1 go to the oscillator 1 frequency shift.
Nice, very nice sound.
So basically this one is very, very futuristic. I mean,
Yeah.
like I don't know, outer space connections. I don't know. It inspired me kind of like this.
Yeah.
Then you can filter. You can go to the filter and go in the band pass mode. I like so every time to have the, because you can show the frequencies. So if I try to modulate with the same LFO, and let's say that the LFO go to the oscillator 1, where is here, frequency spread, for example, but in the opposite way. It's becoming like an FM, and this completely changed, because here if I go here, you can have the touch of the FM. Obviously, if I take the delay, for example, it comes out the space, bit of feedback and timing. Acid.
Yeah.
Yes.
It sounds really cool.
So
Yeah.
basically, yeah, I like so much to have the physical machine, because you can have your, in my case, your right hand on the mouse of the computer and the left hand on the machine. And with two hands, you can achieve better and faster what you are searching for, basically. And yes, I used to produce my music also with VSTs, yes. But in the end of my process, I bring the signal into the virus, and I want to bring the virus colors into the loops that I recorded by VST. So basically, I use my virus also for coloring machine, and bring to give life to each sounds that comes from the VSTs. Then there is the post-processing and re-editing, and there is a new universe, I have to say, because
yeah, but you have the best of both worlds, right?
Sorry?
But you have the best of both worlds, the VSTs and the hardware at the same time.
Yeah, because I think you can stay in the middle. You can stay in the middle, and because the VSTs at the moment are very, very powerful, and you can do very, very complex patches and complex effects, and it's a good way to use what can fit better for you. And in my case, I use VST, and I use the hardware one, and this the metal box. So basically, those ones are my three ways to do for my records.
Awesome. Thank you very much. And one last question that we
Yeah.
have here is, well, how do you see the present, the electronic music scene present, and how do you see the future taking or going forward from here? And what would you tell also people that would like to, either if they're from a new generation or either old generations, what would be your thoughts for them too?
Very, very good question. Thank you. And yes, for the new generations, let me talk what I think of the present and of the future, and then I can say a gift to the new generations. And yeah, for sure. So what I mean of the present, I mean, for first, I have to say that I mean for my scene, for my production range. So I'm not involved into pop music or rock music or hip hop or EDM. So I'm involved at the moment into the part of electronic music that is called Psytrance. And I have to say that the present is very, very alive. Many artists, I mean, new artists are growing, are coming out, because, in the pandemic, when everybody had a lot of time to spend at the computer to learn how to do music, many mainstream artists became to release his own libraries, I mean patches, presets, samples, and tutorials, classes. So many mainstream artists became to release the knowledge. And then what's happened at the moment, many artists came immediately out in the scene, because he achieved new knowledge from tutorials, from presets and stuff like this. But what's happened as consequences for me, that the sounds is at the moment kind of standard, because everybody are bringing stuff from the same sources. So if you want to go in different, from the same classes, from the same preset banks, from the same sample libraries. So, and that's it.
You're gonna sound
obviously
like,
for me, this one for me, I have to say for me, but it's a kind of standardization of the sound, and I have to say that it's a very good because we are watching new artists come into the scene, but I have to say to the new artists, so think with your mind, think with your brain, and become a sound engineer and make your own, and you can go in your personal way. Don't bring sounds from libraries, because everybody can bring from the same sources. So search your way and try to do your best. So, and what I say for the future, yes, if the people continue to bring stuff from the same sources, nothing will happen. Nothing, I mean,
definitely.
in the research, in the experimentation. So you have to think with your brain, and you have to go in your own way, and the future will be a very good future with innovative sound. And yes, that's it. That I think that everybody wants this into the music, because you can get bored if you listen.
Exactly.
same, the same, the same, the same, and the same. And yes, my favorite personal gear, you asked me before, I have to say that is the attitude, the mindset. The mindset. Why the mindset? Because you know, guys, when and this I want to say to the youngest one that are coming into the scene, into the music production, but I have to say that how I can say. So guys, the mindset is the magic piece of the gear, because when you are alone in your studio, you are recording stuff, but you are alone. You are not bringing any energies from the outcoming room. Okay, when you have to perform, you have to switch your brain from musician into the performer, because you are shooting the stage and you are going to play your own music on the dance floor. And if you are the headliner or if you are in the lineup, people are asking for you. People are watching you, and they want to look at the performance, not only to the music. I mean, when you are on stage, when you are dancing. And so guys, the magic piece of the chain is the mindset. So switch. You are not more the musician, you are the performer. That is not the same thing. It's not the same.
Yeah.
The musicians
Yeah,
are in the studio when you record, but when you are on stage, you have to perform. You don't have to play. You have to perform, and it's different. So that's it for me. I'm very, very happy and enjoy this question.
Oh, thank you very much, Tony. And I agree with you in all your all the topics that you mentioned, because sometimes people are they're fascinated by electronic music, but when they try to do it, they use presets or libraries, like you said, and they don't add anything new to the scene, basically. So it would be nice to have future like the one you said, where people are really bringing something new to the scenes, right?
So yes, thank you so much. But it's basically what I think about the present of the scene. And if you have the synthesizer in front of you, learn how to control it and learn how to do your own sound, because it's very, very easy and it's a very, very creative process. And yes, I like so much. Yeah,
and it's fun. It's fun too.
It's the funniest part of the music production, I think. And yes, we have to say that you need a little bit more time, because you have to do your own sound. But if you think, when you are choosing from the library, you switch from this to that, to that, to that, that. And meanwhile, you are losing time and you can do your own sound. It's the same.
Exactly.
The same time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
it's better to create your own.
Yeah. Yeah, it's easy. It's easy.
Yeah.
You can do, everybody can do. And you are not losing your time. So you are learning about to control the machine. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Tony, thank you very much for your time. We really appreciate you for accepting the invitation and for joining us. And I don't know if you have something else to say before we close the interview.
I have to say that yes, thank you so much for this one. And I have to say that I'm going to release many of my new tracks in the new year.
Okay, great.
And since next January, I will start to release my first single after 2 years of stop.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, I have my first single, then I will have the second one and the third one, and then the album, I think, for the next winter in 2023. So it will be released under Blacklite Records, and the material inside the album is almost ready. And I tested a lot of stuff on the dance floor in the last gigs I had here, and wow, I'm very happy. So, and I'm enjoying to say this one, because it's the first time that I announce officially that I'm going to release new music. Yeah, nobody knows about it.
Well, thank you for sharing that information with us.
Yeah.
And we'll be leaving some links to your music, so if people want to check it out, they can visit your profile, and there will be some information that if you want to put some links there, they will be available then.
You can go on Linktree /Offlabel music, and you can find only one place, all my social networks and Instagram, SoundCloud, Beatport, and Bandcamp. Everything in one place, Linktree /Offlabel.
Well, perfect. Well, Tony, thank you very much for joining us, and to your crew also, thank you for being with us.
Ciao ragazzi, grazie a tutti, grazie Tony, thank you very much.
I have to say thank you everybody. Thank you everybody for this possibility. I enjoyed a lot, and thank you, and ciao Mexico.
Ciao.
Muchas gracias. Thank
you
very
ragazzi.
much.
Ciao Tony.
Ciao.
Già questo è l'invito virtuale, adesso vediamo il prossimo quando sará quello físico. Ya hubo la invitación virtual, a ver cuándo va a ser la invitación de Tony Offlabel aquí, cuando vamos a tener el gusto de tenerte presencialmente aquí en Tijuana.
So,
grazie
okay,
Tony.
I can bring the canotto e arrivo subito.
Eso.
Perfect, thank you.
Ciao
okay, Tony, thank you very much.
Bye crew. Bye bye.
Ciao.